Here's a question with Aspinall. What happens with Aspinall in the second round? You want to talk about a guy who sprints.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a guy who's fast. One of the fastest heavyweights. He might be the fate in the history of the sport. I don't think anybody moves like that guy does. He beat everybody else's ass too. All the other heavyweights, ragdoll dudes way bigger than him. He's just a freak, and he is again the next the next advancement of the evolution of the sport.
How so?
Well, because he can do everything. That guy's got elite jiu-jitsu. He's got elite takedowns. His striking is outstanding.
As Fight Week draws near, the MMA world is beginning to grasp just how dangerous Tom Aspinall has become. Analysts say he's built like a heavyweight, but moves with the precision and fluidity of a lightweight. He hits with real stopping power, yet maintains the calm and technical control of a seasoned grappler. The deeper you study Aspinall, the clearer it becomes. There's almost no weakness in his skill set. His hand speed, timing, and composure make him a nightmare matchup for anyone in the division.
I mean, he knocked out Sergey, who's the scariest striker in all of MMA, and he knocked him out in the first round. And the way he did it was just picture perfect. Like, I've seen a lot of heavyweight, even Francis, who's like the greatest, scariest power striker I've ever seen in the heavyweight division. No one's scarier than Francis. Francis does not move like Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is significantly faster than every other heavyweight. That's a real problem. At a 250 plus pound frame, his movement's extraordinary. And that's something you have to deal with. Like, that is a crazy ability. Like, his ability to move, like the way he moves, is so much different than everybody else in the sport. He moves like a 175 pounder. He doesn't move like a 250 pound guy. Look how quickly he closes the distance, man. His hand speed and full range of skills. Incredible stand up, knocks guys out with one punch, black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Did he actually use the word deep waters?
He did.
Everybody who said the word deep waters gets knocked out in the first minute. Go back and check the media that you've done. So, I'm pretty happy with that. That's good. I think there's this notion with the media and maybe the fans that Cyryl's not very good, which is just complete bullshit. I think that he's really, really good. He's super talented. He's been at the top of the division for a number of years, which is not easy to do. He's been an interim champion himself. He's obviously had 2 title shots for the undisputed title as well. So I think the guy's really good. I've took him extremely, extremely seriously. The fact that people expect it to be an easy fight, I don't read into that at all. I think I'm prepared for a really, really hard fight. I think everybody's seen me go in there and get quick finishes. So me and I've got one of the best heavyweight teams in the world, if not the best heavyweight team, some of the best minds in the game, some of the best training partners in the game. We actually discussed and we've shown what we can do, shown how dangerous I am, and we're going to switch it up this time and we're going to go out there and win a boring split decision.
Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane. I'm sorry, for me, I'm a fan of Ciryl Gane as well. I just feel like Tom Aspinall is the next generation of the same thing we saw the likes of John Jones doing in terms of the dominant fashion that he took over his division. I feel like the same thing is going to happen with Tom Aspinall. That style at heavyweight is unseen. Ciryl Gane has a little bit of a bounce to him as well. I just don't think he's got the same snap and power that Tom Aspinall has, as well as the ground game as well. Although you probably won't see it in this fight. I feel like he could get a knockout in this fight.
Gane, very safe striker. Doesn't fully commit with big shots all the time. He picks his shots. How does that work against Tom Aspinall? He's one of the most explosive guys. Like, he's the fastest heavyweight I've ever seen. And I think it's a straightforward Gane, to be quite honest, whether it's a takedown or even with the strike.
Tom Aspinall has been living a great moment. Ciryl Gane is a great fighter. He's experienced, he's seasoned.
Tom is really good. Ciryl is much faster than his other opponents.
Tom Aspinall, I think until proven otherwise, he's the guy.
Hard to predict, but Ciryl Gane is very good too.
I would say Tom Aspinall. I think maybe TKO, ground the fight.
Aspinall, he can do that.
Tom Aspinall, submission, first couple rounds.
Tom Aspinall, phenomenal heavyweight, great athlete, decision.
Ooh, I got Tom Aspinall in that one. It's heavyweight, so someone's getting knocked out. And if I think Tom's winning, then I guess I think Gane's getting knocked out.
During a recent podcast, the hosts joked about how unbelievable it is that no one has truly tested Tom Aspinall yet. His fights end so fast that analysts barely have time to break down his style. He remains one of the biggest enigmas in the heavyweight division. a perfect blend of power and precision. Commentators noted that if Aspinall defeats Ciryl Gane decisively, he'll have nearly wiped out every top contender standing in his way.
It's almost an unfair comparison, right? When we talk about pressure versus pressure, everybody's under tremendous pressure. But I guess when you kind of look at it from not just pressure, but potential legacy and career and what's on the line, I think it's hard to not go with Tom Aspinall because the heavyweight division is on the line. If Gane goes in and beats him, no disrespect to Gane, love the guy, the heavyweight division loses a lot of respect. Even if Tom goes out there and it's a close fight or he gets dropped and then has to come back or something, like the heavyweight division has so little respect right now, probably deservedly so, I think. You know, even with Gane getting his third title shot in a couple years, like Tom has to show that he is the heavyweight division. You know, he has to prove that to the world. Like I am, you know, the heavyweight division's not just shit, but like I'm so good that the heavyweight division is shit, right? This is kind of his thing that he has to go out there and prove to the world. And if he goes out there and loses to Gane, you know, the division already is not respected. That brings Tom down significantly, I think, right? And of course, you know, the potential John Jones fight, which is whatever, who knows, right? Like how he beats Gane, assuming he does, may play a factor too. Like if it turns out to be a close fight, again, John's gonna be on his phone with Twitter open watching this fight, like just waiting for Tom to fuck up and get dropped, get leg kicked and limping a little bit, or you know what I mean? John can't wait for that moment.
It is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the pride of Wigan, the one and only Tommy Aspinall, Tommy Aspinall, na. Tommy Aspinall, Tommy, defending his undisputed gold, technically for the very first time against the pride of France, the French prince himself, Bon Gamin himself, the one and only Ciryl Gane. These two have been going back and forth for the better part of 2, maybe 3 years. Well, this was the fight that we all thought was going to happen in Tom's official first title defense, and so it is in fact going to happen. Tom wanted to fight in Abu Dhabi. That was the sense that we got when he became undisputed champion. He didn't want to wait for New York. Let's be honest, the tax is a little better over there in Abu Dhabi compared to New York for an Englishman, for anyone, if we're being 100% honest. And so he wanted to be active. He wanted to fight in October. He wanted to fight in Abu Dhabi. It's closer to home. And so they oblige. And you'll recall a few weeks ago, I said, it's looking like Magomed and Alex, October 4th. It's looking like Tom versus Ciryl, October 25th. And it's looking like JDM versus Islam in New York. That would be the next pay-per-view. Now, that hasn't been officially announced. That hasn't been signed, sealed, and delivered. But at this point, I would be surprised, considering how the chips just fell earlier today. I would be surprised if it doesn't play out that way.
Yesterday, Tom said, I'm going to win by split decision after 5 rounds. I believe this was Northern England sarcasm, but I guess not everybody did trust it. What are your real plans, Tom?
Oh, that's the plan, mate. It's going to be
split decision?
Yeah, that's the
jab
plan.
The whole time?
Just jab and hold against the fence.
We'll be booing then. I will too.
After that, who's really left for him? Maybe John Jones, but even Jones has stayed unusually silent. Some think it's because he recognizes that Tom Aspinall is built different. The podcast crew agreed that Ciryl Gane is a top-tier athlete with slick footwork, sharp striking, and elite movement. But the issue is, Aspinall matches all of those strengths and adds even more. He's quicker, younger, and thrives under pressure. If Gane allows Tom to control the tempo, this fight might not even make it out of the first round.
I think Tom Aspinall have more opportunity to win. He looks better on the paper. But Ciryl Gane have also his chance to put him in a deep water, in the last rounds. We'll see how it's happened, how it will work, because nobody sees Tom Aspinall in a long fight.
Which is Tom Aspinall fights Pavlich and takes that fight on 2 weeks' notice and becomes the interim champion and fucks his back up and can't train at all. But Aspinall, like that he's something special. He really is something special. He's a very unusual example. because he's a heavyweight and he's a big guy, a really big guy, but he moves so fast. And his coach, Colin, I forget, it's from Cabal, this gym that he trains at in the UK, Colin Huron. He trained Darren Till. Colin, from the early days of the career, was like emphasizing his speed. And so his speed has always been like extraordinary compared to other heavyweights. Like, he just fucking moves in. It's all like fast, explosive movements. So he's got natural speed, but then he's also got a lot of training to execute quickly. So when he moves in, he closed the gap. You can see, like, fuck, he's fast for a big guy.
Right.
Feels good. Feels good to just have something to work towards after having a year of not having something to work towards. I've always been in the gym, but it's nice to have a goal, have an opponent. This fight in particular has been simmering for quite some time, so looking forward to getting in there and doing the job. I just want to be a champion who fights often, regular, and fights the best guys. I don't want to be these guys who fight, with big breaks in between, because that's what's happened. Nothing to do with me. I'm ready to put a stop to that, be active, be an active champion, be a defending champion, and fight the best guys. This is the number one contender, so I think that's what champions should do, is they should fight the number one contenders. I'm the champion. He's the next best guy. Let's fight and find out who the best guy is. That's the way it's supposed to go. Cyryl's a really good opponent. He's really unique with his style. I've never fought anyone like him before. That being said, he's never fought anybody like me before. So let's get in there, see what happens. That's what dreams are made of, isn't it? That's what I got into this sport to do, is to be the UFC heavyweight champion. To walk out there, last on the card, everyone's waiting for me, walk in there, put in a big performance. When I was a little boy putting the gloves on for the first time, I was thinking about this kind of stuff, so I always have to keep reminding myself this the whole time, is like, all the pressure, all the titles, all the fans and all that aside, I'm here doing what I love, I'm here doing what I dreamed of, and looking forward to going and doing it.
I've considered myself very lucky, because there's a lot of times that I didn't want to do the sport, especially like, I think a lot of people who are not involved with the sport and not fighting professionally don't realise how hard it is financially.
Oh, it is.
And especially when I had kids and stuff.
Yeah.
I wanted to quit so many times because I'm like, I just need to get some money.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then a lot of the times, my dad reminded me, look, we've done this for a long time. You can't stop now. You're right there. Just keep going at it.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very lucky that I've got my dad. Not just for that, for plenty of reasons.
Of course.
Joe Rogan broke down how Tom Aspinall doesn't just fight to win, he fights to dominate. Every move he makes has intent. His jab sets up the takedown, his feints create panic, and once he gains top control, the fight is practically over.